Hello, ladies and gentlemen, Conodger here. Welcome back to Formula 1 2019 for our first recording session in North Carolina. Not that it matters to you, but it matters to me, and I can't believe that I managed to not miss a week of posting the videos here as I've been moving. But hopefully everything is technically working all right. The audio might be a little different and there might be a couple hitches here or there or something. Who knows? Well, what I do know is myself and Sebastian Vettel Roboto are going to have a pretty mega battle here at the British Grand Prix. Silverstone is a track that I really enjoy, and we have been mirroring our lap times this whole race weekend so far. And Q1 was exactly the same. We now move to Q2. It looks like qualifying is going to be in the dry today, which is good. Our car is very, very strong in the dry. It is, however, looking like it's going to be a rain race weekend, which isn't great because our car did not practice very well in the rain. Interestingly, the car is working phenomenally. Right through here, right through what we just went through there. Absolutely amazing, as well as the carousel down here. This thing absolutely on rails, feels amazing. However, in some of the slower turns, not so great. So my sector times, I'm going to slow up a little bit here and let that racing point get away. My sector times have been a little down in 1 and 3, and then just phenomenal in 2. So we'll see if that's the case here as well. Able to hold it flat through this first couple of turns. Taking a bit of a wide arc there. Yeah, I don't know if it's something to do with the chassis of the car, something to do with the way I set it up. But I tend to really struggle with the car in tighter situations. Which is not what I expected. I expected the Mercedes to be the car that would be harder to handle in those tight turns as it is the longer of the wheelbases out there, but I don't know if Ferrari mirrored that this season or not. Lost the front end a little bit there. Gonna lose a touch. Let's try and really hit the S's here, and that was pretty good. That left front got up there at 104, 105. That's a bit much. But it still had plenty of grip down here. We don't have to worry about tires this weekend, so if we need to do 2 runs, we will. But if this is a 27 something, it's only 28.2. It's fastest for now, but I feel like there's still a lot more in it. Botas just ran a 28.1. We'll see. If that looks like it's going to hold, then I'm not going to bother going out again. But if it isn't looking too good, then I have no problems doing another run. We were good to go through to Q3, so I held off on doing another run. Look at Hamilton there, putting in a lap on mediums. The mediums are actually really good here. That's not a bad thing. I ran back-to-back laps in Q1 even because it had so much tire left after the first run, or after the first lap. So not a big tire wear track, it seems. Maybe we're running harder compounds overall, I'm not sure. But now I moved to Q3. Now it's time to really put down a good lap, because I feel like my Q2 lap wasn't phenomenal. There is another factor of having moved, and that is that I no longer have a sim racing station. I am just at the desk. And the big transition there was 2. Number 1, I used to have my monitor on my racing wheel. It's now about 12 inches further back. Also, the pedals are now directly below me, so usually I would have my feet out straight and hitting the pedals like you would in a Formula 1 car, but I have them below me like it's a semi-truck, and that's taking a little getting used to. Not a big fan of that, but we'll adapt, we'll overcome. Someday I'll be able to either afford to obtain one of those like pre-made sim race chair things, or have the time and money to just build one myself again. We'll see. But for now, we're just going to stick to the desk. I'm a little bit worried about the audio since the wheel is on the same surface as the microphone, but I do have it pretty well shielded. Hopefully that's not a concern. We will see. I do monitoring, so if it was making a lot of noise, I should hear it, and I don't hear it now. So hopefully it's alright. Crank right at the start of the curve. That was cleaner. That was much tidier. Very early in this lap, but it felt so much more stuck already. That'll put in a 28.0. This one's easy to overdrive, as is this one. Gotta wait for the nose to really hook and then lean into it. You can't just put your foot down all the way. I'm turn in nice and sharp there. I'm not getting the flat out run through there that I was in practice, so I'm not sure why that is. It might be the little bit of additional power we have in qualifying, giving us a little bit more speed. But so far, this has been a very good lap. I think we'll be down in those low 27s if we don't mess up the last chicane, which I have been known to do. I wouldn't say I messed it up, but I didn't nail it. 27.3. That might be pole, that might not be pole. It's, I'd say that's still a contestable. Just wanted to run out sector 1 here. No, I think new tires are the way. We shall see. So I really want pole here, so I'm going out for another run on new tires. With a delta to go against, that'll be nice. A little bit of a wider line there. It didn't pay off too much. It actually hurt a bit. I didn't correctly spot the turn there. Hasn't been a disaster yet, though. We'll still commit to it. Oh, now it's a disaster.
The pain of parting is nothing to the joy of meeting again. And how joyous indeed it is to be back at Silverstone once more for the British Grand Prix. The queues to get in this morning extended miles back down the A43, such is the enthusiasm for Formula One in this country. So let's run you through the driver grid order for today's exciting race. Red lines up on pole position, and Lewis Hamilton completes the front row. Considering the rest of the grid, we have Vettel, Leclerc, Max Verstappen and Bottas, Gasly, Butler, Stroll and Nico Hülkenberg, Magnussen, Norris, they've taken a grid penalty, Alexander Albon and Perez, Giovinazzi, Raikkonen, Roman Grosjean and Daniel Ricciardo, Sainz and Robert Kubica takes the last spot on the grid. And with lights out just moments away, it's time to go down to the track.
Okay, remember to protect the inside on the run down to turn 1. Make yourself as wide as possible. Robust, but fair.
Robust, but fair. It is a absolute deluge out there. That is a monsoon. We are on the full rain tires. It is heavy rain. We are starting from pole position. The tire strategy is completely unknown because it is supposed to dry by the end of the race. This is going to be wild. Let's get into it and see how it goes. Very low RPM. Oh, man. Monsoon it is. And these conditions, you know how it is. The AI get to use traction control, we don't. Gives us a slight advantage sometimes when they get bogged down, but most of the time it weighs in their favor. So we just gotta try and hold on through this heavy rain. Once it gets to inners, once we get to tire strategies, that's when we'll have a chance, I think. I'm okay with Hamilton running away at the moment because he's not our main points competitor here. Leclerc and Vettel are who we need to be keeping an eye on. It is incredibly wild to go out on the track after running in the dry and then try to run in the rain like this. Myself and Vettel have gotten a little bit of a breakaway, which is nice. I'd like to be a touch closer to Hamilton. I'd like to never do that ever again in my whole life. I'm up down here. Yeah, I really feel like I'm gonna struggle where the track is completely soaked and it's really slow. But in the faster sections, we might still be okay. Go figure, where the places where the car was good in the dry, pretty much where it's also good in the wet. And where it was bad in the dry, it's super bad in the wet. We have to let Vettel go here. Which means being buried in his mist. Couldn't even spot the turn there through the mist, to be honest. Let's just try to hold on. I knew this was going to be a struggle. Oh, man. Trying to see through the mist is something else. And then trying to get past here, of all places. A little bit of a problem in that my microphone keeps trying to move over to where my hands are on the wheel, which is less than ideal. Definitely getting past like we're sitting still in a lot of places. They just have so much more ability to put down power than we do. Starting to get a little bit of hang of it though. Starting to find my marks around the track. Also starting to get a little bit of a dry lane that leads us around a bit.
We're expecting the rain to get better in around 5 minutes. Light rain in 5 minutes time.
Alright, so the track is definitely going to dry out a bit. So it's probably going to be a wet inners dry race if I had to guess. Just looking at what they were predicting out of it. I'm really hoping that once it goes to inners, we find a little bit of speed. As it is right now, we are in big trouble. You seen anybody else slide yet? Because I haven't. Jeez. Freight train now. Oh, okay. Oh, good Lord. Why? Why would you do this? Welcome to last, everybody. Wet weather balancing is such BS. Look at me. I am on ice here. Like, this is driving on Vaseline, and they're just like, everything's fine. This weather's great. Everybody should be skating around, sliding around.
The circuit's definitely looking better than it was a few minutes ago. If we just move a bit more of that standing water, we might be able to get onto the intermediates.
Okay. So all I'm hoping is that we have an option to try to get to the right tires before everybody else and try to make something out of this race. I don't lose complete touch with them anyway, which is already starting to happen. Like, I don't understand what I'm supposed to do in that situation. It's absolutely on ice. Nothing I can do with any controls to go any faster than that. Just gonna have to make the most of it. It's like, well, we're related to like in the real world when you have a mechanical failure in the race and there's just nothing you can do about it. You just gotta suck it up and make the most of it. And that's what we're gonna do. I'm absolutely trying the hardest I can just to try and stay with the pack, because if this starts to come around our way, we have absolutely the best car in the field. So if it dries out, we should be able to make up positions if we're close enough. See, we're picking up time every lap. Like, track is getting faster. Trying to watch the tire temps. See what they're doing. Definitely climbing. I don't think we're at the point where inners take over yet. I don't feel like we're losing as much as we were. I even ran, by the way, a wet weather setup. That's why the car was so good in the middle sector, but not so great in the others, is because I was running a ton of downforce. I ran pretty soft suspension versus what I usually run. Tire pressures that were suited for the wet. It makes literally no difference. It's definitely getting better. I'm starting to feel like I might even be reeling in a little bit here. A safety car could really make our day. We're not going to get it there, but it is one position.
Okay, clear.
We get them one at a time, however we can get them. It means we only got to pass 9 when things get better to get back to points. Your season's not defined. Hopefully it's not defined by how well I said define. Your season's not defined by your best day, it's defined by your worst days. And what you do with them. I want to drive it hard through here because this is where the car is the best.
Okay, the boots aren't looking too warm at this point.
They're getting hot though.
Plenty of life left in them. Let's make sure we keep managing them properly.
Settles down to a 44. 44. I'm struggling to run 48s. Just a wee bit imbalanced there. Every time I think I'm starting to close back in, it slides out a little bit here or there. And away they go. Yeah. Look at that, I actually put in extra fuel too. I put an extra lap worth of fuel in, and we've burnt off everything we had so far just from spinning tires. Running the car very inefficiently.
This light rain is going to be with us for a while now.
I was really hoping that it would just magically go from wet to dry, but it did not. I don't feel like we're gonna be magical on inners either. It might be better, but the magic will only happen if it dries out. I feel like we should be on inners now, but I'm not gonna change until they tell me, because anytime I've tried to make that call, it just bites me. Ooh, I got down to a 47, everybody. A 47. Driving my absolute heart out to get to a 47. And they're casually running 44s. I feel like the rear tire's just overheated too. So we should have gone inners. Those wets overheat much quicker.
Right, some information on Ricardo. They have some kind of mechanical problem.
We're gonna need about 9 more of those, please. And a safety car for one. Now we're down 2 seconds this lap. I feel like our tires have gone off. Something doesn't feel right.
A new strategy is available.
All right, here we go.
On the MFT. Understood.
Couldn't find my button for that. I think we should have pit last lap. Okay, we're gonna pit this lap, because there's no way we'll be stacked. Box this lap.
The pit box is currently full. Stay out on track. Stay out on track.
Box this lap.
We can't take you right now. Pit in next lap.
I'm boxing this lap, you jerks.
Currently, the fastest lap is a 1:44.7.
Oh, if they don't put me on inners, I'm gonna freak. I will freak. Okay, they have greens in their hands. Okay, we're good.
Go now.
Okay, that was wise. That was a wise choice I made there. So we're right up behind Robert now. Still a lot to go here. We still have that transfer to a dry track.
That was our last stop. No more scheduled pit stops.
It absolutely will not be the last stop. I gotta hope that this car is a lot better on these inners. So far, not loving it. Oh man, the cars that pit ahead. Huge, huge gap. These are the cars that stacked, which is why I caught them. Without a safety car in this race, we have 0 chance of points. It is way better on inners. Way better. No, that's fine. Just nudge me off. That's cool. Looks like everybody did pit, though. I was hoping maybe some people had just stayed out for the extra lap. Now there's one. There's one that didn't. So that brings somebody back towards us. Alright, Robert, I need to get around you. One way or another. You're killing me. Just parking it on the apexes. Oh my gosh, he's just absolutely parking it at the apex. I will try this. I will try this. Yeah, that's what I thought. The improvement, yeah, the improvement on the inners is massive. Passing a car, setting a purple sector there. These two going side by side is good for us. That was our best lap by leaps and bounds. Close to Vettel's time. Gotta be careful though. It's still not super fun out here. I think Danny Rick has a problem with his car. If I remember correctly. Now, there's not a lot of time to get this done, so we gotta go.
There, keep it up. We're looking at about 10 more minutes of rain. 10 minutes.
Tells me it probably will dry out at the very end, because this is a long race. Especially in conditions like these. Vettel's at a 42.
It seems they fixed whatever the problem was. They're coming back up to speed.
Well, it's good we passed him. Let's tow here. This would be great if we could have some clear track and if we're actually running laps that are fast. These laps are gonna be really important, I think. Almost fastest. Track's just getting better and better as well. Not to say it's perfect. There's still the frustration of I have little moments like that, and they simply do not have moments like that. But this is the part where I think having the ability to just put the power down in some places.
I think we're still on the right tyres for the time being.
Even if I'm risking, you know, spinning them up, just the ability to put power down gives me a little bit of an advantage. Big gap there. It's absolutely nowhere on track where I'm better than right here. And as it dries out, I think that will just improve. There's a big gap in front of us, but then we start to get towards cars that are in a pack, so we might be able to pick off a few positions rather than just one or two. Gotta minimize the mistakes like that. Not quite faster, but it was still really good. A little bit of a mistake there, but not too much. Gotta stick to the dry lane right now. It's still a skating rink outside of it. Look at the pickup in Sector 1 there. Oh man, that was close. I really didn't want to get out of it, but I had to, or it was in the wall. I can tell by where he's setting fast lap where he is on track, letting me know I'm still running times that are relevant to the leaders. Hoping to be able to save fuel once I catch the cars instead of afterwards. And then I gotta hope that there's another double stack situation where we won't be stacked because Vettel's so far ahead of us. There's fast lap. Now we're cooking. These tires are probably gonna go pretty quick, because I think the rain is not heavy enough to really maintain them. So as the track dries, these tires might get a little sketchy. Here's where we're making our time up. Even if we gotta drift it. Okay, we lost a little to Vettel that lap. Overall, the car felt like it lost a lot of grip this lap for some reason. Perhaps those tire temps are getting high for the intermediate's good range. Yeah, that lap we lost a ton of pace for some reason. I can't really explain why. It doesn't feel like the weather's changed very much. Something is just not clicking with the car as much. Really feels like the front end is not on the track as well. We are going to be super short on fuel if we don't start to save. If anyone accused me of not trying through this one, I would say you're nuts. You are insane. You need to be seen. I refuse to give up. A little bit better. I think everyone's starting to lose a little pace now. Tires are getting less happy. If I have to push this microphone out of my way one more time, it's making me mad. Hopped out of the dry lane there. No good. We should be able to make up some time on these guys here. I hopped the dry line again. I wonder if I'm losing grip now. Did pretty okay there. For regular fuel. This is only 4 cars ahead of me. This is not enough positions to get points. And I don't feel like I'm going to get these positions easily. Especially being buried in mist. Makes it even harder to stick to that dry lane, because you want to try and do something different against them. You can't pass anybody doing the same thing they're doing. That's how we gotta do it. Yup. Just like that. That's what it takes. Just keep driving it. I don't think this is a good place to pass. Not for me. Car is just not as good in the slow sections. Wish I had been closer up here. Not that I feel like I'm really good through here either. Alright, this is where we can pick him off again. He threw me to the outside there, killed me. Had to pop out of the dry lane and there was no grip. All that work undone. Jeez. This all started when he pushed me wide there. Frickin' microphone's in my face. Getting frustrated. George getting frustrated. No, you're getting pinched down the inside, dude. That's just how it is. Losing 3 seconds a lap dealing with these fools. Oh, good lord. Where was the grip there? I gotta give that one back. I think the track is changing to dry, and they've flipped now where they have the advantage on the wrong tires in the conditions. I can't even see the dry lane in the track anymore in some places.
Okay, I think the track will be drying out quite soon. Mind you don't burn out your tyres.
Quite soon. When is quite soon? Do we pit this lap? I need to get that menu up to get tire options. You're just gonna make me crash. Trying to do that. I have new mediums to go to. Box this lap. Box this lap.
Understood, stopping this lap.
Yeah, I was a little late, bud. Probably would have been a lap early anyway. But now I'm getting slaughtered. Oh man, yep. That would have been the lap. We would have frickin' listened.
The tyre situation is an interesting one, but I think the right call is to stick with what we've got right now. Okay, some information on Magnussen. They seem to have an issue.
We could not have been more wrong about the tire situation thing. Barely any moisture out here. These tires are gonna roast. Crazy how fast the track dries sometimes, and then other times it takes forever to dry. Vettel didn't pit? Well, that's good news. If they haven't pit yet.
Going off the sim data, we expect you're going to start feeling the effect of tyre wear around about now. Let us know if it gets too bad.
I feel like this might flop the field a bit if people stay out on inners for another lap. This is good as dry now. Box this lap. I guess they just don't care about me anymore. Please put the dry tires on there. I said it in the menu.
Okay, the stewards have now enabled DRS.
They did that forever
is
ago.
now online.
Okay, a couple cars fit behind me as well. Okay, I see mediums.
Go, go, go.
Lane stop. Alright, how does this go? I mean, we'd have to make up 3-4 seconds this lap for it to really matter. But it might happen. I'm rolling up the sleeves. I got 5 laps to make something happen out of this. I wish I had new softs to put on it, but these mediums are really good here. Don't make any mistakes. Jeez, he was almost lapping us.
Sebastian is in the pits.
Standard engine mode. Gotta try and remember how to drive this track in the dry. But not perfectly dry yet. It's almost there, but it's not quite there. Yeah, not quite full throttle through here. There goes a year off my lifespan. I really need to see that time drop to like 19, 18. Like Rankinen's had a problem.
Green flag.
Maybe getting to pit road. The good news is if we're in cars, we do have DRS to use now. But here we go. We're passing cars.
We have 5 laps of fuel remaining.
Okay, we have some ahead of us. That's 11th and 10th ahead of us. Can we do it? I hope so. That would be an amazing feat. It's horrible that this race would go down on record as a failure, no matter what we do here, but I know the true truth. You know the true truth. You know what we've accomplished here. This is where we need to make up time. Still don't feel quite confident in it to go flat through there. Maybe next lap. Pretty much completely come around for us there. I see a lot of cars on soft, which is a little bit concerning that they might have an advantage. They might have more cars pitting yet. Should be great. Might just be one. It's a bit wide, but don't care. We are P11. And if we can get into the top 10, we could get that bonus point as well. Turning blistering times right now. I'm worried there's not enough time. Vettel takes fast lap. This one's going to be better for us as well. Yeah, look at how much faster that was through there. Nailed it. That's what we need. Ah, this car wins today if it was a dry race. Absolutely. Probably the best car in the dry I've ever run here. Not fast lap, wow. Someone might have had DRS to help him. We might have this lap. Not quite there, but we'll probably have it by the back straightaway. Maybe at least a draft.
We pretty much burned off our excess fuel. We'll be back on target soon. Don't wait too long to turn the engine down.
Can't see any reason these tires would be in bad shape by the end of the race. Vettel's down to a 30. There's DRS. Unfortunately, we're going to get blocked down into here. Yeah, that probably cost us fast lap. I think he's on full fuel. I also think his tires are already starting to show some age. .29s, yeah, I'm not going to be able to get fast lap, I don't think. Not without clean track. Would have loved to have gotten around him before these turns. Gotta be patient here. Between the draft and the DRS, this should be pretty easy. They're racing each other ahead of us. Which could be good. We need more time. We need a lot more time. Oh, last lap of the race. No, you don't. You just absolutely don't. I won't allow it. You will not take this point from me. I have fought everything to get this point. I need them to really battle it out ahead of us here. They're trying. No! Yes! Not giving up. This is my point. Okay, we held off DRS. Damped him a bit there. I think we're good. We really need to push down here. Oh yeah, wish we could have gotten a few more. But if that's not the hardest fought for single point in the history of F1, I don't know what is.
Not good enough. Not good enough at all.
Jeff,
Push harder next time, okay?
I need you to shut the fuck up.
So, another
Ugh.
excellent win from Ferrari are at it again. An excellent performance at today's
Yeah,
Grand
yeah.
Prix. And there's certainly a team. And after this round of the World Championship, here's how things look in the drivers' table. Sebastian Vettel is our new
wish he coulda gotten
championship
fast
leader
lap.
after a great result. Now,
Too much battle.
let's discuss, Ants. Who would you say is a contender for driver of the day?
Well, you can't fault anything that Sergio Perez did out on the track today. He drove flawlessly, making him an easy pick.
It's time to see how things are shaping up
Oh,
in the
no.
Constructors' Championship. No change in the top spot, but
What?
with today's points, their hold on the lead is getting weaker.
What?
Well, that was certainly an incredible weekend of racing. Be sure to join myself and Ant for more exciting Formula One action soon.
Well, that certainly closes things right back in. In fact, Vettel takes the lead in the points. Let's look at the highlights, I guess. Can't imagine there's anything too highlighty to me in this one. What a absolutely frustrating experience. Definitely write your local Codemasters developer and tell them that having the AI run perfect lines in the monsooning rain is a top priority of things that need to be fixed in their video game, because that absolutely sucks the fun right out of it. I promise you, I was trying everything I could and just couldn't get the power down anywhere. And yeah, just getting eaten alive. Absolutely eaten alive. Certainly made for an entertaining race after that. I probably put in some of my best work afterwards, but I wish it had been for something more than a single point. Oh man. I am glad we got the single point though. I would have been super disheartened if we hadn't gotten that, but we did at least get a single point. Oh man, so many wild drifts too. So many scuffs. Look at that front wing. It's seen some action. It's seen some action. Oh, I thought that was the end of the race there. No, we're still on inners, right? No, we're on the mediums. I do feel like softs at the end would have made a big difference. I don't understand why we didn't have another set of softs. Oh, right. Okay, those were barely used. I should have just used those. But that's okay. Wouldn't have made a ton of difference, I don't feel. But I think it would have given us an ability to maybe go for fast lap. Could have been another point. What did I say earlier in the race? Something like, your season's not defined by your best race, but by your worst. If we win this championship by a single point, remember how hard I fought for that single point. Thank you all for watching. Thank you for suffering through this one with me. I appreciate your support, and I will see you next time.